Well, hello, beautiful Black women. How are we today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I still working on using StreamYard. I keep saying I'm gonna figure all this out. Okay, been really busy, but I'm glad to see everyone today, and I hope that you are having some fun today. You're enjoying yourself. You laughing really deep and hard. I know we go through a lot as Black women and Black girls, and yeah, I want to talk about holding Black women and Black girls sacred, protected, and uplifted. We're going to have more conversations like this. We've had it before, but I'm going to, it's me. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go. Wait, I'm going to go there. Okay. um, Today, I want to bring up a few different Black women. There's so many and so much about our history as Black women, from prehistoric times to today. And a lot of what has happened is we have had our living memory taken from us. Um, I can even go back to, hey, Michaela, I can even go back to Roman times. Welcome, my baby. I can even go back to Roman times and Greek times when they burnt down the um, ancient texts and histories and oral oral histories that were turned into text and books, and I can tell you that white folks love to burn some fucking books, okay? Because if you delete someone's record, then they don't exist, right? As far as they're concerned. So they could rewrite a whole nother history based on their own uh, thought processes and how to harness what they were coveting from Black women, okay, and Black girls. So this has been going on for thousands of years, but I want to say prior to that, we were definitely not just matrilineal. It wasn't about the matrial lineage. That was very important too, but we were matriarchal in the way that we governed. Okay. So it really is anathema to us as Black women to, it's anathema to us as Black women to be led by men, to be submissive to anyone. Um, we were the first humans. We created every other human. And I think because our history has been recrafted, let's say. Okay, just lies. Lies and fucking innuendo. Um, we don't really know that. We feel these things about ourselves, but really have, we don't see the evidence in writing, you know, partially because we're not looking for it, because we're been bombarded from utero as to others trying to tell us who we are, what we are, and that we belong to everyone else. So therefore, we don't get to heal or process or have any type of feelings or concerns or anything like that. All of what we are, other people try to harness and take for themselves. So I want to talk a little bit about Fannie Lou Hamer. I don't know if a lot of people, a lot of Black women and Black girls have heard about Fannie Lou Hamer, but she was a quite a big part of the civil rights movement. She she was in Mississippi, I believe, and she was a sharecropper. Um, and she decided to walk off the still plantation, because it was the um, earlier 1900s, around 1940 and 1950. And she decided that even though she couldn't read, she wanted to make sure that Black men could vote. And because they had had voting rights since the late 1800s, Black women weren't able to vote until 1965. So all of the times that you've seen Black women working alongside Black men, or working in the fields just by themselves as Black women and Black girls, felling trees, all of these different things, people back then like to tell us that we were not women, and we were beasts of burden. And our Black men participated in that. Okay. So Fannie Lou Hamer, she was working with civil rights, and she was arrested. Some white, you know, some white supremacists, and, well, actually just regular white people, because that's what, to me, that's what they all do. Arrested her. They beat her, and then they put her in a cell, right? And they had a couple of Black men that they had arrested too, and they had those Black men for 4 hours beat and sodomize her. She had so many broken bones. It took her over a year to physically recover. Not to mention, she never mentally recovered from that beating and being sodomized and being hard, right? Now, why would these Black men who Fannie Lou Hamer was working to get them their rights and fight for their rights, why would these Black men look at these white men and say, yeah, I'm gonna kick her ass, don't worry, I got this shit? Why would they participate in some shit like that? This woman never did anything to them. In fact, she put her life on the line for them and millions of other Black men. So why would Black men choose to beat her? Because I know there's this thing, well, maybe they felt their lives were in danger. And what's your point? What's your point? That's the treachery. That's the fucking disloyalty. That's the fucking violence that we're constantly going through as Black women. Okay? Now, none of these civil rights leaders or whatever really had her back or anything like that. Why would they do that? Right? Because the fact of the matter is, Black men are not loyal. They don't give a fuck about Black women and Black girls. And it starts even before we're born. I already know that white people don't give a fuck. Okay. They give less than a fuck. Okay. I already know white women and their whole bullshit ass selves. Got it. Studied them too. But I want us to think, why would these two Black men choose to participate in beating this Black woman for 4 hours and R-ing her, sodomizing her, breaking leg bones. They even broke her thigh bone. You know how hard that is to fucking do? She had skull fractures, teeth kicked out of her mouth. She had ribs that were broken and punctured her lung. So tell me, why would these Black men listen to some white motherfuckers that threw them in jail? Okay. Why would they go, oh, yes, massa, we'll beat her ass happily? Ask yourself. Your reverend and your ministers in the church. Ask them. And don't let them tell you that, oh, that was just the incident and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm using her as an example because that was normal fucking behavior toward Black women and Black girls, and shit has changed. Okay, so let's get into it. That beautiful baby girl who went to Mexico with her friends and they beat her to death, broke her neck, broke her spine, left her literally for dead. It took a few hours for her to actually die. That's what they come to understand. They left her to I haven't spoken this baby's name, Shinquella, because I and people are like, but what is the Mexican government doing? What is this doing? What the fuck are we doing as a Black community? So some Black women and Black men who were supposedly her friends videotaped her being murdered right in front of us. Now you tell me, after we did this whole big old thing on George Floyd and all of that, you tell me how what happened with her is any fucking different. It doesn't matter whether a white motherfucker put his knee on the neck of a motherfucker, or that Black people murdered this little girl, allegedly. And you know what it is? We don't hold Black women sacred, protected, or uplifted. We are teaching Black women and girls from birth that they are supposed to be everything for everyone else. They're supposed to get their minds, bodies, emotions, um, uh, abilities, brilliance, creativity, everything to everyone else. And then love on them after they fucking violate us, after they fucking mutilate us, after they fucking murder us. Okay. I've heard people say, well, she should have picked her friends better, and you have to be careful who your friends are. No, it doesn't matter when you're a Black woman and a Black girl. It doesn't matter. Because we're not held sacred, protected, and uplifted, people find that or feel like they can have open season on us. And because we've been programmed to do a whole thing where, we're supposed to be forgiving, we're supposed to be loving, turn the other cheek, lick somebody damn ass, whatever it is, we're supposed to have a care for the comfort and healing and health and whatever of other collectives. That's what we're being trained to do as Black girls into Black women. And the other part of what we're being trained in is that we don't matter. We're not important. And I remember growing up, your lips are too big. You got too big of a butt. Your nose is too wide. Your this is too that. That was my own family. That was my own family. At work, constantly dealing with white women and their fucking their fucking violence every fucking day, at school, at work, every fucking day. Oh, your hair's too ethnic. I wore braids. When I became an RN and all that, I wore braids all the time. I was told you can't, with all the brilliant shit I did, with all of the things I created in my 20s for Mercy Hospital, I was told you're not going to ever be an assistant manager or a manager or move up in the ranks because you are too ethnic. You won't take your hair down. You won't cut your nails. Yeah, but I taught everybody on the fucking pediatric floor how to start IVs and draw blood from children in one step. Yeah, but I trained them in pediatric advanced life support, and I was the only one. And I was 26 when I started teaching pediatric advanced life support to doctors, respiratory therapists, nurses, everybody, whoever. Because you couldn't work near peds if you didn't have that certification. When I went to the floor and my docs knew that I was there, they would call, say, is Love working? Don't even take that baby to ER. Take it straight upstairs to Love. So what's important to white women is that what? And I remember my, I had really great relationships with the women that I worked with, well, most of them. And I remember them having a love meeting, and my racist ass manager, Maureen McGinley, would love to call me in the office and go, you're so good at everything that you do, but you didn't chart well enough. Bitch, I was upstairs saving a life. What the fuck is wrong with you? So when I started doing all of these different things, I created a conscious sedation course, all these things. When they had that love meeting, they're like, we ain't gonna have to do that, are we? She's scaring us. Oh my God. Bitch. So see, you can't be anywhere as a Black woman and a Black girl because we are not held sacred, protected, and uplifted. Instead of being grateful for me saving y'all kids' lives and ours too, you wanted to fuck with my money. You know how many millions of dollars each and every one of us as Black women lose in our lifetime because of some treacherous ass white bitch that don't know a motherfucking thing except how to destroy? Okay, let's move on. Shanquilla wasn't murdered because she was in Mexico. She wasn't murdered because she picked the wrong friends. She was murdered because we do not hold Black women sacred, protected, and uplifted, even amongst ourselves. And that shit is changing. If I have anything to say about it. And we all know I have much to say. So I'm going to talk about Meg the Stallion. I just saw her. I think Erica De Niro. She does such a great job. You guys should go to her channel. She is amazing, girl. She is amazing. She will break some shit down for you. Erica De Niro TV. Okay, so she was talking about that Meg just got on the Fortune magazine's 30 Under 30, honey. All right, honey. And I know she's about to go through this trial with this trifling ass, whatever his motherfucking black ass name is. Okay, it's not even relevant. But I'm going to tell you, this baby was shot in her feet. And all you hear from black men and the fucking black women who worship them is jokes. Oh, she's lying. Oh, this and that. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody who was shot that they weren't shot? That they didn't have trauma. And because she is an elemental goddess born black woman who had been going through all of these other traumatic things. She lost her grandmother, she lost her mother, all of this shit in the breath of 2 years. I don't know a fucking white woman, a fucking white man, a fucking Asian nobody, Hispanic, I don't know, definitely don't know any black men who could have been shot, gone through all that this baby had gone through, and got healed. She works out like a maniac. Girl, I don't know. Girl, I'll be like, girl, whoo, I'm tired of just looking. You something else. I love that girl. Okay? I don't know what any of these other collectives that could have got themselves together, got up, and put some shoes on again within 4 months and started working on her feet. And you think this shit is funny? She wasn't able to do it because of any of you. She was able to do it because she is elemental. She is goddess born. She is a black woman. And the reason y'all think it's funny and y'all think that who are all of y'all out there thinking she deserved it and all this other shit, Drake with his dumb ass, I don't know, 21, a Savage 21. Boy, you know good and well you got that whole word savage from Meg the Stallion. Okay, you could even spell that shit, nigga. So, all y'all, the baby, whoever y'all are out there with all your shit to talk about Meg the Stallion, you just mad. You just mad. You just coveting. Cause she's super bad. She don't owe y'all a motherfucking thing. But what we're not going to do is not hold her sacred, protected, and uplifted. That's what we're not going to do. That's what we're not going to do. All right. I have my Megan moment. Girl, plan B all day. Fuck niggas. Okay. I ain't trying to get stuck with you. All right. Get the fuck on. I'm not in community with black men. When they say the black community, most people mean black men. Therefore, you count my ass out. Okay? I'm about black women and black girls, period, plain and fucking simple. So, next, I want to talk a little bit about Hope Giselle. Hope Giselle is another brilliant, amazing, gifted, beautiful, Black woman. Now, y'all can go to my whole other rant about talking about Black trans women. Hi! About talking about Black trans women as if they're not Black women. But again, you know, white women don't believe you as a Black woman are a woman. White men and white women use your DNA, Black women, and tell you you ain't shit unless you are serving them. And you still ain't shit, as far as they're concerned. And they can do and say whatever the fuck they want to you, and you got to get with it. Why? Because Black women are not held sacred, protected, and uplifted. You just mad because Hope Giselle is all that. So as Black women, why are we trying to tell another Black woman that she's not a Black woman? We have no business using these weapons of whiteness and weapons of colorism in this shit. We have no business as Black women doing that. You know why? Because none of us are held sacred, protected, and uplifted. Hope Giselle, as a trans Black woman, has not ever done a fucking thing to me or any other Black woman that I know of. Okay? Trans Black women are not the ones out here killing us every fucking 5 hours. But we want to embrace Black men. We want to embrace white women. We want to bend the knee and kiki and ha ha with them. The people who actually murder us. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. You need to pick up a book or 4,000. Get to reading. Okay. So, look up Hope Giselle. She's written some books. She is an amazing woman. And, maybe you'll learn something about something a lot of us don't know anything about, and the process and the pain and the shunning that we have done to our own trans Black girls. And we've done it to our LGBT Black girls. And we've done it to our queer Black girls. Why would you turn around and tell them that they're not women, or they're not right, or they're wrong for who they're loving and who's loving on them? You would rather a Black woman be with a Black man who is fucking terrorizing her, sitting on his fucking ass, eating off of her, than for her to be loved by another woman who just really loves her. Why are we trying to dictate who's more Black and who's more of a woman? That's the shit that was used against us. But you want to use that? Well, guess what? That's why none of us are being held sacred, protected, and uplifted. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be real, Black women. We're going to have to shed that bullshit. Okay? We're going to have to shed that colorism both ways. Okay? Who are we to mistreat dark complected Black women as light complected women? Who the fuck are we? Oh, you think you better? I don't think I'm better. I know for a fact that the more melanated, the more powerful. I'm here to protect and uplift dark complected sisters. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm not getting with anybody who ain't getting with it. We ain't in community. We ain't gonna be able to hang out. We are not a match. And for those of you who like to play this game about, oh, so-and-so is biracial, Erica De Niro calls it the 23andMe collective. Girl, shut the fuck up. Stop with that shit, okay? Stop telling mixed children that they're not black because you are using a measuring stick that has to do with patriarchy, hierarchy, and who's more of what and who deserves to have shit that they really don't deserve because they sitting on their fucking asses doing nothing and appropriating everything a black woman and black girl does. Girl, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that. So let's talk a little bit about Nicole Hannah-Jones. She was the one who wrote 1619, and then she got Pulitzer for it, and then she also did 2 books, one for children and one for grown folks, right? She got all of these authors together, intellectuals from different spaces, you know, poets, you name it, creative black and native folks. I think she might have 1 or 2 things in there from white people who have actually studied, you know, our enslavement and looked at it for what it really was. Okay. So why, when this woman had to deal with Trump and all this fucking hate, she's been an investigative reporter reporting about how we are still segregated in schools and our children are being continuously stripped and taught to be inferior, while they're also simultaneously taught by 80% white women in the public school system when it's less than 50% white kids in the public school system, that they, as white people, are superior. She's been investigating that for over 20 years. This woman has been doing such hard work. She was working with the Pulitzer people to create a curriculum about our history in the United States from 1619 to date. And y'all sat up here and let white women again dictate what was going to be in school. But you couldn't get with her. So you couldn't hold her sacred, protected, and uplifted. But I'm telling you, none of us will be sacred, protected, and uplifted until we choose that that's all we're going to tolerate. That's all. That's the least you can do where black women are concerned. Now, Nicole Hannah-Jones, she'll tell you her mama's white. Her father is black. Her father was black. I think he passed away. But she'll also tell you she's a black woman all day. All day. She ain't doing no fuck shit. She's about black women and black girls. And when North Carolina, where she had gone to school and was a professor, told her after she had more fucking prizes and notoriety than any of the group of instructors that she was going to be working with put together, that she couldn't get a tenure. What did Nicole do? She was like, oh, really? You think she didn't go through a lot? Trump put her name in his mouth, and she has been uh, a million times doxxed. Her little baby girl has been sent hate, death threats. She and her family, girl. But we don't get that the whole problem is we are not holding Black women sacred, protected, and uplifted. So we've been told for thousands of years, I'm gonna wrap this up. We've been told for thousands of years that in a patriarchy, um, and this has been at home, school, work, walking down the street, turning on fucking white TV, through our enslavement here, through Jim Crow and all the fairy tales, all the Disney movies, to today, that by definition, that we as Black women and Black girls are not worthy of humanity. In fact, we're worthless. That's what we're taught. We're taught that we're nothing without a male. We're taught that, oh, that by the way, we give birth to and have to take care of and raise by ourselves because Black men love to abandon children and Black women. Love it. I think it just tastes good to them. I digress. So here we are. To everyone else, we're not worthy of loyalty and honor. We're not worthy of being treated with humanity. We're not worthy of being loved, cared for, cared about. And we're certainly not worthy of any type of protection, whether that is in healthcare, whether it is in any system, not just in the United States, but worldwide. Girl, it's Black men's over there in Africa, and they fucking up Black women just as bad as what's happening here in the United States. You think the Caribbean's any better? I want y'all to really look at Haiti and how they have treated Black women and Black girls, selling them to soldiers. Because they need you to believe that you don't deserve to be held sacred. They need you to believe that you are worthless. They need you to believe that you don't deserve to be protected. They need you to believe that you don't deserve to be uplifted. And that for all that you do, all the love, care, kindness, healing, compassion, giving 25 billion a year to Christianity, tithing right here in the United States. I'm talking about Black women now, spending $26 billion a year for a motherfucker to get up in a pulpit and tell you you need to submit to your husband. And he don't really need to do shit. Ain't nobody holding him accountable and responsible for not a motherfucking thing. But you need to uplift them, and you need to stand in front of bullets for him, and you need to cape for every fucking body else. And you should not be thinking of yourself. Heal yourself. What the fuck for? Girl, I done went off the rails again. I done ran off the rails. Listen, despite the hate, the violence, the mutilation, the treachery, the denials, the shame and guilt shit, despite all of those things that we endure from little girls, we endure such heinous shit. Our little girls are being essayed. They are just experiencing domestic violence, and that is not new. Ain't nothing new about that shit. Just like what happened with Fannie Lou Hamer, all of that shit has been happening all along. Black men do not protect you, and they're not going to. Black men do not build any safe spaces for you. And I'm going to have to be real, they're not about to. They're not. What Black men are trying to do is obtain white privilege. And a part of having white privilege is the ability to make someone who is far more evolved than you submit. Black men are not highly educated in this country because they don't fucking want to be. Black men are not marrying. Only 28% of them are married, if that, or will ever be married, because they don't want to be. They don't just leave Black women and abandon their children with Black women. They do it with whatever their little preference is, because that's how they get down. There's no excuse. There's no reasoning behind it that we could use to clear away their lack of responsibility and fucking accountability. That's what the fuck they choose to do. So we as Black women, we pick up all the pieces. We raise the children alone. We go to work and deal with that fucking environment every day. We make sure that our children have healthcare, dental, vision. You think a motherfucking nigga cares? They don't. They don't. And please, whoever you are, do not fucking get in my comments talking about, oh, well, not all Black men, bitch. I don't care. All I know is Black women and Black girls are not being held sacred, protected, and uplifted. So I don't give a fuck if it's not all Black men. Fuck them all, though. You can give them that message from me. This is my message. Don't sit up here and tell me that there's some good white women. Bitch, I don't care. These bitches are literally murdering us in the healthcare system. Call one of them. Tell them you sick, bleeding, got a stomach ache, got a cold, got a temperature, any of that shit. They're going to tell you lying. You just want drugs and can't nobody help you. We ain't doing shit for you. I don't know why you coming here. Just because you highly educated and you got your own health care, that don't mean shit. Bitch, we don't work for you. Our whole job is to destroy y'all ass and fuck up your children. But we waiting for Black men to build what? Why? When we are the ones who are the most capable. If we could get ourselves together, right, as Black women, we could ensure that our daughters are going and learning self-defense, martial arts. See, you know how we have the churches and the Sunday schools and all of that. If you look at other people, like the Jewish community, even the fucking Catholics, okay? You know they the most diabolical motherfuckers in the world, but they got their own Saturday class about their whole shit, huh? The Jewish community. Oh, you gonna learn all the history of the Jewish and Hebrews up in there. That's what you're gonna get. They create schools for their children. They created hospitals here in America. They ain't got no standing army. But what they did do is they got educated, they elevated, and they made sure that people hold them sacred, protected, and motherfucking uplifted. And if you ain't getting with it, you are done. And Black women, I'm going to tell you, that's what we need to do. That's what I'm doing. Come on, you can join me. That's what I'm doing. You can't say shit to me about a Black woman, a Black girl. You can't say a fucking thing. If you ain't on board with holding Black women sacred, protected, and uplifted, fuck it. I don't want nothing to do with you. Keep it moving, because it's us who have taken this world from its very beginnings to today. We are the most highly evolved because, for one thing, we're the oldest, but we're also elemental. And I know we don't understand that because we have been being in a patriarchy with a monotheistic look. But I am telling you, if we want to stop seeing each other being killed, mutilated, and experiencing DV, and 1 in 4 Black girls will have experienced SA by the time they're 18, 60%. What the fuck? We don't have time to be trying to pamper Black men or uplift white women and they little fucking issues. You know why Roe versus Wade is no longer law? First of all, it shouldn't have had to be a law. Because see, if you hold Black women sacred, protected, and uplifted, you ain't gonna get to tell me what the fuck I'm going to do or not do, how I'm gonna roll, what I'm gonna feel, and how I'm gonna express my motherfucking emotions. I am goddess born. I don't answer to any of you. I don't answer to your Jesus. Excuse me. Hello? I don't answer to Jesus. I don't answer to your God. I don't. I don't answer to them. They ain't fucking here for me. And they never have been. Now that's just me. But y'all go. So, I'm going to tell you guys something. The Black girl magic that everybody talks about, as whatever, because they don't really understand who we are, and we don't ourselves, and we need to start doing some real research and homework about our elemental nature, that because we are so highly evolved, we don't consistently choose violence against another group of people. We're not we will carry on and use the weapons of other people against ourselves. But girl, that that happened to Meg, that happened to that baby Shanquella, the shit that happened to Fannie Lou Hamer. I could just keep going on. Nicole Hannah Jones, the shit that happens to all of us as Black women and Black girls. We don't need other motherfuckers to be telling us shit. We are quite capable of leaving them the fuck alone so we can concentrate on our own healing. So we can make sure our girls are ready to roll. If you fuck with my daughter, I'm hunting, allegedly. You couldn't do it at school. I made space for my daughter at school. You could, when she was in school and they tried some bullshit, they want to bully a little black girl, whatever. Girls up there going, huh? Let me tell you one thing. Whatever you did to her, that's what's going to happen to you and everybody around you. So it's in your best interest to hold her sacred, protected, and uplifted. Now, my daughter will tell you, Mom, I'm not confrontational. You know, she'll stand up and do what she got to do because she's goddess born. But her mama is a goddess born warrior. She is a natural healer and empath as well. But her mom is not just an empath and a healer. I'm a warrior. That's how I'm built. And I'm built that way because it's a part of my DNA. Oh, Black women are so angry and so, you would be so much cuter if you just, weren't so belligerent and this and that. Fuck you. You don't tell me how to feel, bitch. My feelings are within my power. What I choose to do with it is my power. You don't make me feel nothing. You don't tell me shit. And I'm going to feel whatever the fuck it is I feel. And I'm going to express it. If you don't want to hear it, bitch, turn the channel. After all the heinous shit you done did, don't you fucking open your mouth about a Black woman and a Black girl. That has got to stop. We cannot allow people to be dragging our good names. Now, after all we've done to create so much and uplift so many different collectives and people. So you don't get to tell us shit. Shut your motherfucking mouth. And if you happen to be a Black woman who is a colorist, who believes in the whole patriarchy, and you worship men, and especially Black men, girl, this ain't the space for you. It ain't. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I understand where you are. I understand we don't know what we don't know. And you don't have to change because I believe Black women are goddess born. I know we don't have to change for other people. And I'm telling you, for our own sakes and our own health, we might want to look into it. We might want to start studying about Black women and Black girls, especially as written by other Black women. These people have tried to make you believe you have no history. How is that possible when you were the first and you still here? You trying to make me believe I came from some nigga's dead rib bone? Girl, bye. No. Far as I'm concerned, that's a fucking fairy tale y'all made up so that y'all could pretend that you were deities. I'm goddess born because I'm elemental. Other Black women and Black girls are goddess born because we are elemental motherfuckers. And who are you to tell us anything? Black women, if we could let go of all these other collectives and shit, turn it back around to us and start healing ourselves and start looking at our own history and start delving deep. Shut them all out. Make black women and black girls your priority. Fuck it, you don't want to build a hospital that is if that's for black women, that's for our LGBTQ black women too. You don't want to do that. You don't want to build you don't we don't have children's hospital for our black children where we ain't experimented on and torn apart and um having our DNA snatched, honey. Fine. Gone over there and wait on some black men and white people to help your ass out. But I'm going to just tell you, according to their behavioral patterns, that ain't happening. So I say, all of us brilliant black women, we get together and we don't have to like each other, but we can work together. Y'all know y'all work with white women all day and don't like them. Don't even go there. You know you don't. But I bet you'll get a project done with them. I bet you one thing, you ain't gonna take no white woman down to Mexico and beat her to death. I bet that shit. I bet you ain't shooting no white woman out of a window in her feet or anywhere else. I bet that shit. But you're gonna allow it to happen to us? No. Nope. You know all that energy we have for caping it for everybody else? Honey, no. Nope. If it isn't about black girls and black women, I really just don't give a fuck. Because ain't nobody giving a fuck about us. I'm turning all my attention and energy to just that. Just that. Y'all know I'm married to a whole white man. And you know what? He has to get with what is happening here because I'm the baddest thing there is. And so are you. He ain't got to worry about shit. Put the money in the bank and take care of worshiping my ass and holding me sacred, protected, and uplifted, honey. Make sure I got my food together and all that shit. We've been married for a long time, and I've healed my husband. I've uplifted him. He got his finger ripped. I took care of him. I didn't want nobody putting their hands on my man because y'all don't know what you're doing. You're nasty. You're dirty. You as nurses, you don't know how to even do any of that. No, I will heal him. And that's exactly what I did. When he's had any other surgery, who's there? When this job wanted to act a fool, who showed up? Because y'all don't want me to show up. When the Veterans Administration didn't want to prioritize my husband, they got it too. They got it too. Honey, I'm here to give it. I'll lay it out. I'm not going to fuck around. I don't fuck around with my power. And I don't fuck around with this whole thing about, I need to make myself smaller and, lower my voice. Not be so angry. Fuck that shit. Bitch, I'm enraged. So if you want to know why my husband gets on board with this, God is born, because he knows he'll tell you himself, if it wasn't for me, he probably wouldn't be alive today. But that's what we do as black women, right? You get in our presence with us as black women and black girls, and all of a sudden you feel better. Huh? All of a sudden your spirit's uplifted. All of a sudden you're laughing. All of a sudden you're finding joy. All of a sudden your woes are not even as horrible as they needed to be. Honey, can we put our hands on some shit? It don't matter what we put our hands on. Fucking food, healing, becoming engineers, tech, you name it. It doesn't matter. We are a creative force. And what everyone is trying to do outside of us is harness that and use it for themselves. And they don't care what it costs you. They don't care what it costs little black girls. We in our community will sit here and call a little black girl fast. We'll sit here and say, well, you too independent or some shit. Oh, hell, you better be as a black girl. You better be. Because Uncle so-and-so or Pastor this one or whoever is just waiting to prey on you. No, I need my girls to be in martial arts. I need black women to start going on a firearm journey. Girl, go get your permit, get your carry, and go practice on a range, honey. And then bring your girls in. Because let me tell you something. I've said it before. I go to the range a lot. And white women and they little white girls and they little white boys, they all there shooting. They got a whole police force, a whole fucking army in the United States, honey. And they're all there because you ain't going to catch them fucking slipping. But for us, we're being told, well, that's too masculine and blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen more masculine fucking so-called women than white women. They don't give a fuck about shit. That's how I see masculinity. Whatever y'all talking about. They don't give a fuck. That's just an excuse for you not to give a fuck about nobody but yourself. Okay? I don't really give a fuck if other people try to define me. You don't get to. What you get to do is get on board with holding black women sacred, protected, and uplifted. That's what you get to do. That's fact. Okay? So, we know that people are literally, and I was talking to my daughter about this. People are not good like they try to tell us because their behavior tells me something entirely different. And I mean their behavior over time, historically, tells me something fucking different. These people are not good. These people are hateful. They are covetous. And they're fucking violent. They act on their feelings because they're not evolved. They have snake brains. Okay? They don't have a fully developed, thing going on. That's why they can just straight out murder, do DV, SA, all of those things. Because we keep telling black girls and black women that all of these other people, really, they're good at heart. No, they're not. Their behaviors telling us something completely different. And I listen to behaviors. That's what I'm doing. And I believe motherfuckers when they behave the way that I see all these motherfuckers behaving towards black women and black girls, and the way they've done it for hundreds, thousands of years. So you can make up any fucking bullshit you want to. And I definitely don't believe you. You can write a whole Bible. Y'all did in 300 AD. I don't care. I don't believe you. You lie, you steal, and you murder. You're violent. That's what I see. Oh, you have to have faith and there'll be a better day. Okay, that's today. Because I'm going to leave all y'all the fuck alone and you definitely going to leave me alone. Don't roll up. Shut your fucking mouth. We are going to be held sacred, protected, and uplifted. And I don't give a fuck what y'all think out there. Outside of black women and black girls, I don't care. I just don't. Okay. So, yes, I am strong. I am resilient. I'm a genius, a creator. I'm brilliant, beautiful. Um, I am a natural healer. I come from a long line of healers and empaths. It is not magic, it is skill. It is not magic, it is talent. It is not magic. I am goddess born. Okay. It's not something that any other collective can do because they're not as evolved. We've been around for millions of years and more as Black women. The next group of people to come from us were Middle Eastern and then Asian, and they're only 50,000 years old. Uh, there's nothing you could tell me. There's nothing you can fucking tell me. And what you're going to do is shut your mouth because these people coming up with all the bullshit they do about Black women and Black girls and us believing it and then turning around and doing these things to each other is what is killing us. When we could use that energy to build hospitals for ourselves and populate them, where we could build educational systems for ourselves and populate it. And if I hear one more fucking person go, well, white people won't let us do that. Remember how they tore down things and such and so? That's why you go and you get self-defense from childhood and you learn how to use firearms. Because these people in the United States, they're not about to give up their guns, honey. But everybody who doesn't have that, because we're being told we're too masculine if we have a gun and we're too this if we protect ourselves, we're too aggressive. We are being set up to be prey. And honey, I'm just not built that way. I'm not about to be y'all prey. Mm-mm. I'm not about to do it. So, am I brilliant? Absolutely. Am I powerful? Absolutely. Do I play like I'm not? No, I don't. Do I see this in other Black women? I really do. And just because other people have tried to stereotype us, we have Black women going, oh, I don't want to be called the strong Black woman. I don't give a fuck. First of all, don't call me nothing. Get your ass out of here. Stop talking about me, okay, as a Black woman, okay? Shut the fuck up. You don't define me, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm not who and what I am. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Think it. Thoughts come and go. But the minute you act on that shit with violence, covetousness, and treachery, I'm gonna be right up here to protect. That's right. If you don't want me to respond with violence, then don't come here with violence. And that's in your words, that's in your deeds, that's in your behaviors. So all of y'all out there who like to tell Black women, oh, you're just angry or whatever. First of all, bitch, I'm enraged. I passed angry at 12. All right. I'm enraged. And I'm not reacting. I'm fucking responding. What I'm saying to you is well thought out. I've been doing this work for decades. Black women, I don't care about anyone before I do the goddess born. which is Black women and Black girls. All of us. Okay? And I want you to take some time out and do what you need to do to heal the diverse traumas and violence, treachery, abandonment, betrayal, disloyalty that has happened within you. And that's going to take time. I want you to make sure that you are getting regular physicals so we can all get together and figure out how to build our own healthcare system. I hate that part for us. And then I'm going to need y'all to really look into therapy so you can gain some tools to help what has gone on in each of our lives. And I want you to turn that compassion and kindness and love and healing and your abilities as an elemental, as God is born, around to yourself. The first place that I want each of us to start is by holding our individual selves sacred, protected, and uplifted. Give yourself the tools to do just that. And then we can get together and we can work on building systems for us, our healing, our being uplifted, our being cared for and about. Okay? Part of the reason we don't have the room for it is because we keep thinking that, oh, we're in a patriarchy, so therefore our men should be doing that. And we want to sit here and complain all the time about these men. It's not that we shouldn't complain. It's that we're spending a lot of our energy where it's doing no good, and it never has. I want you to turn that energy back to yourselves. That's what I'm asking from you. And I'm asking you to give, instead of giving grace to the people who violate you, or treacherous, disloyal, SA, DV, terrorize you in healthcare and at school and all of these things, instead of giving compassion and care and all of that to other collectives and uplifting them and caping for them, let's take all of that and do that for Black women and Black girls. Just imagine what would happen. I love y'all so much. I really do. So I hope everybody has a great day. And I hope that you are being selfful and caring for you and giving grace. If you're going to give some grace, give it to other Black women and Black girls. Okay? Because sometimes what we need to do is we need to experience that from each other. Right? All right, my loves. Mwah! Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to need some laughter. I want to know you had fun. Okay. I want to live vicariously through you. And yes, my daughter, Michaela, is in here. And I'm telling you, you're right. Black women need to practice self-care and self-preservation. Most assuredly. Okay. My baby is right. All right. I love y'all. Have a great day.